Hello, good evening, and welcome to Iron Port here on Metropolitan Television. Iron Port is proudly brought to you by the Ghana Revenue Authority, Goyle Company Limited, Ghana Link Network Services, Serene Insurance, and Meridian Port Services, MPS. The show is powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, GPHA. Our media partner on this journey of a lifetime is the Business and Financial Times, the BNFT. Now, if you want to see all that transpired on the show tonight, make a date and grab the Thursday edition of the BNFT, and you'll be able to see all that happened here on the show tonight. We are streaming live on our social media pages. On Facebook, we are streaming live at Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. Still on Facebook, we are streaming live at Port of Tema. And on YouTube, we are streaming live at Iron Port Ghana. Iron Port Ghana. Indeed, we shall be getting interactive with you, and so all you have to do is to send us your messages and comments ahead via our dedicated WhatsApp line, which is 0559-019-177, 0559-019-177. Now, when I pick signals from my production team that the time is ripe, I shall activate the phone lines for you to call in and contribute to the discussion. My name is Kennedy Mona. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. We're going for a quick break. When we bounce back, we'll continue with the show. Please stay.
Every now and again, Goyle makes good things happen. This time, Goyle has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goyle has that sorted. Goyle, good energy.
Electricity, pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse.
Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance Motor Policy. Currently, my goods are on the IC covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance
for the project and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
What you are currently witnessing behind me is the new edifice liquid bulk terminal here at the Takoradi Port. It has a draft of 14 meters or minus 14 chat data, with 5 automated loading arms dedicated to products such as diesel, petrol, heavy fuel, bitumen, and LPG. This is a game changer by all standards. And Takoradi Port, we are really determined to become the oil and gas hub here in West Africa. Thank you.
So you're welcome back. It's now time for us to take a look at happenings in the port and shipping industry in our country in the course of the week. And one major event that took place during the week was the 5th edition of the Ghana Shippers Awards, and we had some industry players winning some awards. Meridian Port Services MPS won 5 awards at the event. Ghana Link also picked, Meridian Port Services won 2 awards indeed. Ghana Link Network Services picked 5 awards, and yours truly, Iron Port, also picked up a special recognition award. Let's go for these stories, and when we come back, we'll show you our citation, our plug as well. Let's take a look at them.
Meridian Port Services MPS has picked up 2 awards at the 5th edition of the Ghana Shippers Awards. They comprise Excellence in Health, Safety, Environment and Quality Award and Special Recognition Award for rolling out an electronic data interchange backed by excellent computerized single management system. As a result of that, Ghana can boast of improved capacity to serve the world's largest containerized vessels to support the envisaged trade growth expected as a result of the AfTA. The awards program is to award those who have played defining roles in moving the shipping industry in Ghana forward and have demonstrated achievement across a wide variety of domains, including sustainability, operational excellence, and innovation. Speaking at the awards, the Chief Executive Officer of Ghana Shippers Authority, Benonita Bismarck, said her outfit will continue to promote and protect the interest of shippers.
The Shippers Authority has made significant strides in finding solutions to the challenges of shippers in Ghana and to make them not only efficient but also competitive. We have achieved these through our innovative programs across the country in the form of trade facilitation, sensitization, trade advisory support and services, among others. These efforts have yielded tangible results in the areas of improved trade compliance, capacity of shippers to manage their shipments, timely delivery of import and export cargoes.
The Deputy Harbour Master in charge of logistics at the Port of Tema, Captain Daniel Korte, who represented the Director General of GPHA, Michael Lugoje, spoke about the successes that have been achieved in the fight against piracy.
I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate the CDNS. Without the security of the maritime domain, no ship would call our ports. But by his efforts and the support of the Minister and the Ghana Maritime Authority, we have at least MMMC Zone F housed here in Ghana at the castle, which is helping us to ensure that our ports are safe. Some years ago, you will hear that the Gulf of Guinea was the den of pirates. 2020 first quarter, we have about 40 kidnappings and hijackings. 2022, it's 0.
A Deputy Minister of Transport, Frederick Obeng-Adom, revealed that government is fast-tracking processes towards developing service standards in a bid to reduce the cost of doing business at the ports.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ministry over the years has taken note of shippers' complaints, including arbitrary charges by some service providers, demurrage-free counting days, working days and hours, and arbitrary exchange rates used by some service providers. I'm happy to inform you that the action is being taken to find lasting solutions to these complaints. I must say I was there in a meeting where some of these things were discussed. So you can be rest assured that the minister is working very hard to make sure this becomes a better reality for you.
The winner of this award is Ghana Link Network Services Limited.
Ghana Link Network Services, the technical operator of Trade Facilitation 2, the Integrated Customs Management System, has picked 5 awards at the 5th edition of the Ghana Shippers Awards. The awards included Excellence in Innovation and Technology, Trade Facilitation Organization of the Year, a special recognition award for its outstanding industry leadership. The executive chairman of Ghana Link won the Entrepreneur of the Year, while the deputy managing director of the company, Clyde Pinyin Ejay, won the Chief Operating Officer of the Year award. According to the organizers of the awards, the activities of Ghana Link have led to improvement in the clearance of goods and increased government revenue at the ports through digital technology. The Director of Operations at Ghana Link, Raymond Amaglo, expressed gratitude to the stakeholders across the supply chain for their collaboration and efforts towards the successes achieved in the clearance chain.
Stakeholders have contributed a lot. They have helped for us to identify what areas we should make improvements to. They have brought suggestions on how we should, streamline the processes. After the use of the system, they have helped us identify some challenges that they are having that we probably could adopt a different style or strategy to manage.
He said Ghana Link will continuously improve its processes to achieve the desired results.
Our goal is to ensure that on a very constant basis we are improving our processes at the ports, just to ensure that when it comes to trade facilitation in the sub-region, at least at the minimum, there is no country comparable to us. So we have set this goal for ourselves, and we are working very assiduously at this every day.
The winner of this award is Ghana Link Network Services Limited. The winner of this award is Eye on Port TV program. Well done.
Ghana's authoritative and only port and maritime television program, Eye on Port, has been presented with a special recognition award at the 5th edition of the Ghana Shippers Awards. According to the organizers of the awards, the Eye on Port program, which is an initiative of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, has provided a consistent mass media platform to educate and inform shippers, as well as bring in transparency in doing business at the port. This, they believe, has also shaped views and policies for the growth of Ghana's shipping and logistics sector. The Deputy Marketing and Corporate Affairs Manager at GPHA, Nana Esi Soderberg, who doubles as one of the executive producers of the Eye on Port program, said the program will continue to contribute towards the growth of Ghana's shipping industry.
Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority has always been focused and resolved to make things easier for port users, including importers and exporters. And the key a key facet of this is giving the business public information. Eye on Ports was made for this reason, and so informing, sensitizing the public on current procedures, regulations, policy issues that will impact their activities, enable them do proper planning.
She expressed gratitude to the sponsors of the program for their immense contribution, as well as the team for their commitment and stakeholders of the industry.
We'd like to thank our sponsors. Some of them have been with us from the very beginning, but I'll mention them all generally. GOIL, ICOMS, Ghana Revenue Authority, GRA, Serene Insurance, and recently MPS, Meridian Port Services. Their gracious partnership is appreciated.
The winner of this award is Eye on Port TV program. Well done.
The Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana has called on the Food and Drugs Authority and the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority to clamp down on some brands of wheat flour on the local market suspected to be imported through unapproved and unlawful means. Speaking during a press conference, the Executive Secretary of the Association, Samson Asaki Awengobe, stated that intelligence reaching his outfit is that these brands of wheat flour have been imported from Côte d'Ivoire through unapproved routes and processes.
So if FDA says, come back tomorrow and say, look, yeah, it is in French, but we have given them the approval, I think we, all of us, our suspicion will come to sleep. And then if customs would come tomorrow and say, oh, this French product that found its way to the market truly come through our port, or to come to our flour or elbow, and they have actually assessed them and called it duty, then this thing goes to sleep. But I'm not quite sure that custom even will accept this thing in French.
He said not only do these products pose a health risk to the consuming public, but threaten locally produced flour on the market.
And it's Abidjan, and I've just told you, the Abidjan government gave their manufacturers a special package to help cushion the food crisis that we are having globally, and the almighty name is, always they are saying that it is Russia, Ukraine, and we know that they bring the wheat from Russia and Ukraine to produce. So looking at the challenge, importers, the wheat millers in Ghana still has to pay the duty. So I strongly believe that if Africans have done this, good that they've done this for their country, and that is why they put a policy on it that is not supposed to leave the source of the country. And so if it found its way here, it means it's smuggled into this country. But our people are still paying the needed taxes. They are still going through the needed high tax utility tariff, and they are producing, and they go to the market and they are meeting this influx. It is behoves on we, the responsible organization, to alert government and to say government should do something.
Samson Asaki Awengobe said his association supports genuine importers and exporters in the country and will continue to use the media to expose activities of illegitimate traders and defaulters of the law.
All right, so you're welcome back. And so this is the plaque that was given to the Iron Port team in recognition of the role we play as a program that is tailored towards the maritime industry. It's strictly a professional program. And so it says Industry Leadership Awards Iron Port TV program. And that's the Ghana Shippers Awards celebrating achievements. And this was the fifth in the series of the Ghana Shippers Awards. And so we would like to profoundly say a big thank you to the organizers of the awards. We are truly grateful. And even as we celebrate this particular award, we do so with a measure of humility, cognizant of the fact that it will even have spur us on to do more. I mean, it's a huge responsibility that has been put on our shoulders, and we think that this one alone will, in a way, have to push us to break boundaries and to set the pace once again, and then do things that we have to do to ensure that we serve our communities and our public, you know, to the best of our ability. We'll say thank you once again. You heard my boss, Madam Essie Soderberg, thanking our sponsors, the Ghana Revenue Authority, Goyle Company Limited, Serene Insurance, MPS, and indeed, you know, all of them, GRA. We're grateful to you. Without you, this show wouldn't have been possible. It's powered by the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and so we say thank you to the management of the authority as well. And then we also say a big thank you to the executive producers, Madam Esther Jebidonko, and indeed, Madam Nana Essie Soderberg. We are really grateful to you. And to the entire production team, Solomon Addison, Frank Gomlesio, Joe Lavo, Godwin Kabute, Lawrence Gazy, Joseph Apia, Alfred Chagwe, Tobias Ntor, Stanley Busumpra, William Kena, and all of you. We're truly grateful. Charlie, you guys, you have done a yeoman's job, and I know that we will continue to do our best to ensure that the program becomes the one that everybody looks out for every Sunday evening and on Wednesday evenings for the abridged version, also on Ghana Television. We thank you so much to the award winners, to all the other award winners as well. We thank the organizers, we thank the Ghana Shippers Authority, and every other person that played a key role in ensuring that this event also passed off smoothly. All right, so tonight we will be zooming into our discussion proper, and we have our discussion in twofold. The first one, we're going to take a look at the role the youth will have to play to ensure a resilient blue economy for Africa. And so we have a team from the Gulf of Guinea Institute in the studios with us. And our second discussion will be centered on the mandatory marine insurance policy that is due to kickstart on the 1st of September. we have somebody from Meridian Insurance who will be telling us more about this particular policy as it kickstarts on the 1st of September 2022. So let me go straight and introduce my guest in the studios for our first segment of the discussion. All right, yes, we would have to go first of all for our word of the day today, and the production team will roll it out, and let's see what it is today.
Pilotage is where marine pilots with local knowledge guide vessels into or out of port safely, or wherever navigation may be considered hazardous, particularly when a shipmaster is unfamiliar with the area.
All right, so that was the word of the day. Remember, the word of the day is brought to you so that we can help you appreciate some of the terminologies and jargons we use in the shipping industry. Today's word, as you saw right there, was pilotage. Pilotage. Now I'll go straight and introduce my guest for the first segment of our discussion. In the studios with us is Stephanie Skandorf. She's Associate Director, Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. Good evening, Stephanie, and welcome.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. And our next guest, joining Stephanie from the Gulf of Guinea Institute, is Lawrence Dogley. Dogley?
Yes.
He is the programs coordinator of the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. Yes, Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Thank you so much.
So first of all, we want to find out from you why it is imperative for the youth to be positioned to take advantage in their quest to contribute to the blue economy on our continent. Let me begin with you, Mr. Programs Coordinator.
Thank you very much. So the blue economy is really important to African economies. Out of the 54 African countries, 38 of them are actually coastal states. And then 90% of our import and exports, that is in the African continent, 90% of our import and exports are transported by sea. And so the African continent is really, really important in terms of regional and international trade. The maritime transport alone, which is also a key pillar of the ocean economy, contributes about $1 trillion per year. And then the overall assets of the ocean economy is estimated at around 24 trillion. And so you look at all these details, this information, and then you realize that the ocean economy really has a huge potential to contribute to development of our economies. Now, down to Ghana alone, 7.5 million of the population are found in the coastal states. With the oil and gas sector alone, it has generated about $4 billion US dollars since 2010. Since the commencement in Ghana, since commencement of commercial activities. 10% of the workforce in Ghana are actually found in the fishery sector. And that's about 4.5% that is accounted to the GDP. And so you realize, when you look at all these data, you realize that the ocean economy or the blue economy is very, very crucial to addressing our economic challenges. And so the youth really need to stand into a position where they can benefit from some of the potentials of this blue economy. Let me go back to the UN Ocean Decade Action for this year. So the UN Ocean Decade Action for this year, the theme largely focused on technology and the use of scientific data. When you look at the qualities of the youth today, we are more digitized, we are innovative, and we are more diverse. And so we understand how to use data, how to use digital platforms to solve or to come up with solutions that can address issues. And so when you look at the qualities of the youth today and you look at the challenges that the ocean economy faces, I think it's about time that we focus or we leverage on the qualities of the youth in terms of their skills to address some of these challenges. So I think that the youth really stand in a position to address or contribute to solving some of the challenges and then benefiting from them in terms of creation of jobs for livelihoods and then food security. That's benefit from the ocean economy.
All right, so let me come to Stephanie, Madam Associate Director, and find out from you, have you identified key areas in which the youth can, through which the youth can play any roles?
Yes.
Particular areas?
Yes, certainly. And, just to give the context of that, we have to first and foremost understand why the youth are so important in this dialogue to begin with, right? Because that is what we can use to map out the areas in which they can support.
Okay.
So one of the unique qualities of youth, first and foremost, is the ability to ask the right questions.
Right.
I keep reiterating over and over that if you think back to at which stage in life normally we are more curious, we are more driven to ask questions, is when we are young.
Right.
But then the interesting thing here is that asking the right questions is the first step to creative solutions. So as youth, we really have this unique role to play, not just because of our innate ability to ask the right questions that lead to the right solutions, but also because we are positioned in an era that is, merged with digitalization and all of that to bring us to the fore of addressing some of these crucial issues. So another aspect to look at in terms of the role of youth is the fact that the blue economy concept in itself goes beyond just a mere recognition of the resource wealth of the ocean, right? To a clear understanding of the need to sustainably exploit these resources. So it's not just about pushing for the exploitation, but pushing for the exploitation in a manner that is ultimately sustainable and that ultimately preserves ocean health and ecosystems. And that's where youth also come to play a very crucial role, because you realize that youth are often at the fore when it comes to ocean advocacy, ocean activism, because we have for us a planet that is really ours to run and inherit. Right, we stand to lose a lot from any other harmful effects when it comes to, unsustainable use of the ocean space. And so for that reason, we find youth taking the fore. And so that's just one of the areas that youth can focus on in terms of enhancing ocean sustainability and environmental protection of the maritime domain. And then as Lawrence mentioned, of course, we can also start to harness technology and innovation towards not just purposes of shipping and navigation, but towards elements of maritime security. Elements of cyber security, for instance. We anticipate that youth should be at the fore of driving innovative solutions to addressing cyber security issues in the maritime domain.
Industry. All right. So let me come to you, Mr. Programs Coordinator, and find out from you. If you look at the issue, if you look at issues currently and how the maritime industry is faring, do you think that the youth already are kind of like involved the way they should?
Oh,
in the scheme of things,
I don't think they are largely involved. When you look at the agenda, excuse me, is it in terms of Africa or Ghana?
In terms of Africa, Ghana.
In terms of Africa, I think the youth are not largely involved in the developmental agenda when it comes to the blue economy or the ocean economy. In terms of initiatives that young people have taken themselves, a lot of times we've seen them in conservative or conservation initiatives, and some of them trying to develop digital platforms to support some of the industry, especially in the maritime transport sector. But in terms of actively involving young people, I think we've not been able to do much in that sense. And so I think that's what really largely informed our decision or our plan to launch the Blue Careers and Business Expo last year. So the idea was to get young people to come into the same space with industry leaders to understand what the blue economy is, what the maritime industry is all about, the opportunities and then the challenges, and how they can also engage and contribute to further development of the industry. But if you ask me if young people have been involved, I would say we've not really done much. But I think we are on our way. We are making efforts, and we will get there.
Stephanie, do you think what do you think is one of the reasons why we don't have a lot of the youth involved in this particular industry on our continent?
I think to a large extent it's because of the narratives around issues surrounding the blue economy. Most often than not, youth believe once they are involved in other disciplines, they might have no role to play in the advancement of the blue economy. And that's one of the things that the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute has been trying to tackle. We intend to spread the message that regardless of, you know, your background or your interests, there are ways in which these can all be effectively merged with advancement of the blue economy. So for instance, just as an example, you'd have a young individual who has interest in accounting. Yes, they may be passionate about the ocean. Yes, they may come to a recognition of the resource wealth of the ocean space. But then most of the time, they have no idea how to merge this interest with the advancement of the blue economy. You know, but we try to push to bring young individuals to the understanding of the fact that if you're an accountant, for instance, you can begin to look at accounting for the ocean space. You know, there are elements of blue economy management that are centered on ocean accounting. If you are, for instance, someone who's into psychology, a psychologist, you can begin to look at what factors influence people's total disregard for the blue economy. So there are several different ways in which, regardless of your career path, we can manage to merge these with the advancement of the blue economy. I think that is one of the major roadblocks to this issue of getting youth actively involved in the blue economy. Once they begin to understand that you can get involved in the blue economy regardless of your background or expertise, then we can begin to see more massive youth participation in advancing the blue economy.
Mr. Programs Coordinator, I just want to find out from you, at the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute, you have what you call the Blue Economy, the Blue Mentorship Program. Tell us about that and how that is supposed to engender and whip up interest in young people to kind of like, you know, take up challenges or roles in the maritime industry on our continent.
Okay, so the Blue Mentorship Program is an African Maritime Accelerator Program. It is intended to engage young people or encourage them to engage in the blue economy sector and also provide support to young people that is in their careers, in their students' life, and then their business journey. So this Blue Mentorship Program is supposed to sustain the efforts of the Blue Careers and Business Expo. So we are largely focusing on students and entrepreneurs and people in maritime businesses, and then early ocean career professionals. So we have part of the mentorship program. We have the mentor pairing, where young people are paired with industry people, so that they can directly benefit. They can directly have exchanges and then get to know what really the issues are. And then we have the Blue Speaker Series, where we'll have sessions where we discuss the state of the blue economy in terms of the business opportunities and then the challenges. Then we move on to the support hub, where out of the challenges, we look at how we can develop solutions from the challenges and then migrate them or transfer them to become startups or incubators. So that is the whole idea of the Blue Mentorship Program. In the long run, we are hoping to develop a maritime incubator where we can have so many maritime businesses and startups that can contribute to the industry. And so we are also focusing on young people, especially females as well, just to include inclusiveness and then diversity. And so that is the whole idea of the mentorship program, to encourage young people to engage in the blue economy sector. And we believe that when this is done, we will begin to create jobs for young people, and then they can get to understand the blue economy sectors as well and the benefit that is accrued to it.
All right. So let me come to Stephanie. We're talking about how we can build a resilient blue economy for the African continent. And I just want to find out from you what role our current leaders have to play to ensure that we achieve this particular ambition or goal.
It's interesting, you know, we talked earlier about the fact that youth have a unique role to play, but this does not in any way negate the role that the older generation, that existing leaders have to play. Definitely one of the most crucial things that industry leaders can do is to begin to create this form of understanding in youth of the importance of the blue economy and of course of how to harness Ghana's vast blue economy potential. And we believe that this can largely be done through mentor-mentee engagements, which is why the mentorship program is something that the Institute is really focusing on. Beyond the issue of mentorship, of course, the industry leaders, of course, have been able to gather some lessons, from their years of experience in the maritime industry. And it's important that these lessons are shared with younger generations so that they can begin to understand what paths to navigate, what sort of loopholes they might encounter, even as they venture into blue businesses. So I think what is very key is to offer young individuals the guidance and the necessary expertise that they need to be able to, in themselves, also advance their efforts towards building a blue economy, a resilient blue economy.
Okay, so let me give you 30 seconds to wrap up. What would you have to tell the youth who are watching us tonight?
We want the youth to understand that the blue economy is not a sector that's just limited to a few individuals. No matter who you are, no matter what your background is, you can actively play a role in advancing the blue economy. So we would definitely like to call on all youth who are interested to keep an eye open on our website to check out our blue mentorship programs. And of course, to call on industry leaders to partner with us so that together we can build a resilient blue economy for Ghana and Africa as a whole.
Or what's the website address?
Our website is www.gogmi.org.gh. Gogmi, Gogmi, gogmi.org.gh.
All right, I'm sure some questions will come through. When they come, we'll forward them to you, elicit some responses from you, and then we incorporate that into our bridge version, which will be aired on Ghana Television on Wednesday at 8:30. So please be on standby for us as far as sending the messages to you. 30 seconds.
Well, so still on the engagement of young people, the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute is launching a membership program for young people. So they can check the website as well and then sign up for the membership. And then we can engage them on other programs that the institutes run.
Great.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. Lawrence Dogley is the programs coordinator, Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. And indeed, also with him in the studios has been Stephanie Skandoff, Associate Director, Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for passing by. We are sure one of these days or anytime the need arises, would put forward a call through to you, and we will be privileged or will be willing and happy that you oblige us. Thank you very much for coming on Iron Port.
Thank you too.
Thank you too.
So viewers, we'll go for a quick break. When we bounce back, we'll go into our next session, which is going to be centered on the mandatory marine insurance that is supposed to take place on the 1st of September. Please do stay with us.
Every now and again, Goil makes good things happen. This time, Goil has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. Goil Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. Goil Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. Goil Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with Goil Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. Goil has that sorted. Goil, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Talga, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Impressive factory. If only I had listened to you, I wouldn't have been in this mess. That devastating fire virtually wiped out the whole factory and my warehouse. Remember my misfortunes last year? Serene Insurance Asset All Risk Fire policy that I took were there to pay for my damaged stocks in the warehouse, and my machines that were affected by the floods have been replaced. My accident vehicle is back on the road thanks to Serene Insurance motor policy. Currently, my goods are on the high seas, covered with their marine cargo insurance policy. I was just telling Ajima about Serene Insurance.
Oh, Ajima,
tell him more.
As a road contractor, I make sure I do my contractors all risk insurance for the projects, and then workers' compensation for all the workers on site. With Serene Insurance, they will make sure they will cover your unknown tomorrow today.
Serene Insurance, a new face of insurance. Call us now.
MPS Terminal 3 is Africa's new state-of-the-art container terminal at Tema Port. For manufacturers, agro-processors and traders, the new port means business can be done faster. This infrastructure boost will improve Ghana's port handling capacity, connect more trading routes, and oil the engine of growth for the economy, creating greater opportunities across all sectors as Africa's markets merge and become the largest trading bloc globally. MPS, we connect, you thrive.
What you are currently witnessing behind me is the new edifice liquid bulk terminal here at the Takoradi Port. It has a draft of 14 meters or minus 14 chat data.
With 5 automated loading arms dedicated to products such as diesel, petrol, heavy fuel, bitumen, and LPG. This is a game changer by all standards. And Takoradi Port, we are really determined to become the oil and gas hub here in West Africa. Thank you.
You're welcome back, and this is our second session tonight. And I told you tonight we're going to be discussing the compulsory or mandatory marine insurance policy, which is supposed to be rolled out on the 1st of September 2022. And so we have someone from Serene Insurance. That's a company that also offers services in terms of marine insurance. We have in the studio tonight Mr. Michael Doji Aguleke, who is the manager in charge of technical at Serene Insurance. Good evening, sir, and welcome.
Good evening. Thank you.
Yes, like I just told viewers, one of the services you offer or you render is in the area of marine insurance. What is marine insurance in the first place?
Marine insurance is international policy, and it's a contract of insurance where the insurer undertakes to indemnify the assured for losses against maritime adventure. What is maritime adventure from here? Maritime adventures are where any ship, goods, or other immovables, which we call insurable property, are exposed to maritime perils. And then what are maritime perils? They are ship sinking, capsizing, fire perils, and so on.
Okay. All right. So let me ask you whether you are aware of the compulsory or mandatory marine insurance that's supposed to be rolled out on the 1st of September, and what you make of it.
Well, the Marine Insurance, the Insurance Act of 2021 at 1,061 sections 221 and 222 seek to bring the shippers community to conform to the standard and practices of international marine businesses, as it is being practiced in Nigeria and Kenya. According to the roadmap set up by the National Insurance Commission, from the committee that were established to implement the compulsory marine insurance session, from 1st September, that is Thursday, the marine insurance portal or the marine insurance database is going on live. But its mandatory nature, it is only our regulator, that is the National Insurance Commission, headed by the hardworking Commissioner of Insurance, Honorable Dr. Justice Ofori, has the singular honor to announce that. But I know that when the marine insurance portal comes into operation on 1st September 2022, it will be operated as the motor insurance database that is in operation, as it seeks to give a minimum rate for all the practitioners to use for all the cargo insurances. For clauses A, that is Institute cargo clauses A, B, and C. That no player or insurer can go below that minimum rate, but can go above it. But I know for a fact, I've been reliably informed that the National Insurance Commission is doing sensitization, educating the major stakeholders on the way forward to ensure the importers, the shippers ensure their cargo with the local insurance company and the benefits that is to the economy.
All right, so in your estimation, how crucial or important is insurance to the import and export trade?
Well, it is very crucial to them because it will help protect their consignment if there's any loss or damage to their cargo. And then it will also help them to pay their insurances in our local currency so that there will not be pressure on the Ghanaian cedi. You are doing insurance locally. You don't need to go and use the cedi to buy dollar to pay for the insurance. It is also crucial for them to have direct access to the local insurers. And then also, there will be no language barrier. If you don't understand any part of the policy, we will explain it to you. And then there is a regulation support. That is, the regulators in this case are the National Insurance Commission, the Ghana Revenue Authority, and then the Ghana Shippers Authority. They are supporting it. But above all, it will give the importers peace of mind.
All right. So let me find out from you. Can you tell us about the ranges of your marine insurance packages?
Well, the marine insurance package, like I said, is a standard international package for all the players who have three main types of cargo insurance. And then they are first, we call it Institute Cargo Clauses A, B, and C.
What are the three main types?
So the three main types are the Institute Cargo Clauses A, B, and C. Now, I will explain them a bit. The Institute Cargo Clauses C covers the basic cover. Like that is the basic of the cargo insurance. And then it covers the fire or explosion. It covers the vessel being sink, capsized, ungrounded. It also covers jettison, and then discharge at the post of distress. So that is basically that's what the cargo Institute Clauses C covers. But Institute Cargo Clauses B covers all the covers under the Institute Cargo Clause C, plus the earthquake, volcanic eruption, and then lightning, in addition to total loss of packages lost overboard or dropped during loading or unloading. And then the third one, which is Institute Cargo Clauses A, is a comprehensive nature. We call it all risk cover, and it's cover everything concerning the marine insurance policy or any voyage that the ship is on or the importer is bringing, the cargo that the importer is bringing, unless specifically excluded.
Right.
And then some of those specific exclusions are willful acts, inherent vices, depreciation, as we call wear and tear, reducing value, volume, or leakage. Those are some of the things that are not covered. But the clauses A is the advisable for any importer to take because it covers almost everything.
Yes. That's what I wanted to ask you next. Which of them you think that Ghanaian importers and exporters would be going for the most?
Yes, they should go for the clauses A import because that one is a comprehensive cover. It's just like likening it to a motor insurance. If you have comprehensive, you have own damage, the insurance take care of it. You go and sleep in peace, knowing that you have the insurance to protect you. So I would advise any importer to take Institute Cargo Clauses A cover, and it covers everything in marine insurance, unless specifically excluded.
Do you have customized packages?
Yes, we have customized package. You know, the three types of marine insurance company that is designed by the Marine Insurance Act 1906 have those three packages. However, at Serene Insurance, the new phase of insurance, we have added extension. That is from the port of departure warehouse to the port of arrival, then from the port of arrival to the warehouse of the arrival. That is the unique of it, and it is unique to Serene Insurance.
Okay. You are the only company that does that currently in Ghana?
Yes, for now.
You're certain about that? 100%.
Oh yeah, though it's because it's a standard policy that everybody, and there are various options what you add to it to make it good for your customers is or the assured, as we call it in the marine insurance. So it's unique to us.
Now, one argument that a lot of people make is the fact that the maritime industry, the shipping industry, is a capital-intensive one, and so if you're talking about insurance, it means that you must have the financial wherewithal to be able to service your clients in terms of people who come to buy insurance from you. Do you have the requisite wherewithal?
Yes, we have the requisite financial resources to take any maritime businesses that comes to our decks or our table. Now, what we do is that with our capacity that we have, we've made the minimum requirement and above, and then we have reinsurance partners that support us to any risks that we get, which is above our company retention. We send it to them, and that one we call it spreading of risk mechanism. We send it to them to support us. So it is not a problem. We have the capacity to underwrite every business that comes to us.
You have the capacity?
Yes, you have.
It's capital intensive?
Yes, we have, because we don't retain all in our books. When they come, we share with others. We can even share it with the whole insurance industry. Everybody take a bit of it. Whatever remains, then we look for international partners to support us. That is why I say that we are backed by the reinsurance partners. The reinsurance partners are very big. They take every big, and it's not one, it's not two. They are 4 or more. Yes.
Right. The import and export arena or sector is a very huge one, vast one. And I just want to find out from you how your company is positioning itself to benefit, to take advantage of this particular industry.
Okay, so we are positioned, like I said earlier, we have the capital base to take any business that comes to us. So assuming a proposal or an assured is importing, say, a 40-foot container loaded with pharmaceutical products or a container loaded with expensive vehicles, costing about, say, $10 million or more. We have the capacity. What Serene Insurance can take, will take, and then Serene Insurance will help in placing those other, what is left over. You spread it across the industry, but we're starting from our reinsurance partners who give us the bigger capacity to write those ticket businesses. So, yes, we have the capacity to undertake such a big businesses.
What's your assessment or your position with respect to the fact that traders, importers and exporters, they take insurance covers overseas, which is to the detriment of the local insurance industry in our country?
Yeah, so assessment.
How do we change that phenomenon?
Yes, to change that phenomena is first of all to have regulatory support, that the regulators of that space, the marine space, that is the Ghana Shippers Authority, Ghana Revenue Authority, and then, of course, my industry, National Insurance Commission. They will help us to sensitize the shippers community to be able to understand
the shipping community.
What we do. And also, going forward, we as Serene Insurance Company and then the insurance industry as a whole have to pay our claims promptly. So as we pay our claims promptly, it will enable the shippers community to have confidence in us and place the businesses with us in the local industry. Yes.
So from the 1st of September, what role exactly would Serene Insurance be playing when this thing kickstarts?
So Serene Insurance from 1st September, we know that the portal is coming into operation.
Okay.
So as soon as the portal comes, you have some of the importers who have their marine insurances with us, meaning that from 1st September, any businesses that we have from them, we will log it into the portal and underwrite it in the portal. That is what is going to happen. Then going forward, every single business that's come to us will go through the portal, because the portal set a minimum rate which you have to use. You cannot go below it, but based on our risk assessment, we can charge higher and then explain to the importer that this is the reason why we are going above the minimum rate, and it's good to go.
Okay. We just have a message that came in. It says, "Good evening, Iron Port. Can I insure the conveyance or transportation of my personal goods from the port to my house? What type of insurance cover can I take?" This one's from Isaac, who is sending it in from Suhum.
So if he imported his personal effect from outside and then he arrived at the port, and then his insurance cover that he took did not extend it to his home, means that even though the personal effect in the law is not compulsory, you can bring it anyhow, but you will advise him to take our goods in transit insurance policy from the port to his house, and he's good to go. His goods will be protected for him.
Okay, goods in transit.
Yes, goods in transit policy.
You have that specialized.
Yes, we have it aside the normal marine insurance policy that we do extended to warehouse. So with that one, we've now added it to the Institute Cargo Clauses policy for the extension that I mentioned earlier. That's from warehouse to warehouse. So the road risk, as we call it, is for the goods in transit.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I've been told by the production team that we can activate the phone lines for you to call in. The number to dial is 020-552-8353, 020-552-8353. You can call in and then contribute to the discussion. Tonight we're discussing, that's our second topic, we're discussing the mandatory marine insurance policy, which is kickstarting on the 1st of September 2022. The system is going to come alive, and so you would have to necessarily take that cover if you're an importer or an exporter. And with me in the studios tonight is Mr. Michael Doji Agleke, who is general manager in charge of technical at Serene Insurance. They are one of the companies that also offers marine insurance, and he says they have the wherewithal, they have the strength and the capacity to be able to cover your needs when it comes to taking marine insurance in Ghana. And so all right, so I understand we have some more messages in the inbox. Let's take them and see. This one says, "Hi, Import. Congratulations for your award. Kindly ask your guest why he thinks Ghanaian importers are against the marine insurance policy." This one is from Dan in Tema.
Well, I didn't mention the Ghanaian protests against the marine.
No, you didn't mention, but that's the general. People are picking that information out there. That some traders are kicking against it.
We need to develop our economy, and then if you look currently, the pressure on the dollar means that everything feed into the dollar. Every business that you want to do outside Ghana, you need to use the CD to buy the dollar before, and then the dollar is currently not available. So we are with the education that the National Insurance Commission is doing. That is the sensitization education they are doing for all the stakeholders. That let's all come on board and see how it works better and to the benefit of the country.
All right, so let's take a look at before the start of this compulsory marine insurance thing. Have you had any business in terms of marine insurance as we stand now?
Oh yes, we have few of them. We have few of them, but not as it is when you compare it with our neighbors who made it mandatory. They have a lot of businesses.
When you say our neighbors,
as in Nigeria, Kenya, yes, they made it mandatory, so they see that. Yes, and it's helping the economy. So we want to follow that tangent and say that, okay, the law say make it compulsory so that instead of us using the CD to buy dollar, which you call capital flight, is stay in the country. And then they will even have easy access to the insurance here if any misfortune happens. And then we can see to it for them. And we can even explain everything to them in the language that of their choice. If you don't understand anything, we have that option. We explain the policies to you for you to understand very well. So it's good for us to develop the economy.
Absolutely. So, all right. So this you are telling us that it's good omen that this particular policy is going to be rolled out.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to boost the local insurance industry.
Exactly.
And get you to get a par with your neighbors, Nigeria. You mentioned Nigeria and the others. All right. So from the 1st of September, you are going to get prepared and get ready to sign on people that would come seeking covers from you in terms of marine insurance.
Exactly.
Are you aware how many companies you are that are supposed to take advantage of this particular policy when you roll out?
Yes, the non-life insurance companies are over 28 thereabouts. So everybody, and then it's a cake. Everybody will buy some. But some of the importers are huge. So one person cannot take it. So even if I didn't get it directly, somebody will get it and give me some. And at the same time, I also get and share with somebody. That's what we call risk sharing mechanism.
How do you share? Tell us, how do you do that?
Okay, so assuming I have a business which is above my retention, I'll first of all call on my...
If you have a business and you don't have the money enough to handle it, you invite somebody to come and help you.
It is not necessarily money enough because you have to do your risk management assessment and say that, okay, this one, it is good when I share it so that I will not be hit hard with it. So there's something that we call retention. We look at our retention, anything about that retention, the technical people will sit down, look at it and say that, okay, this percentage can go out. So in sending this percentage, the reinsurance partners give us a cover that they call reinsurance program. We first put it into it, and if it is above that, then we go outside that with something that we call facultative insurance. That means you interest every single insurance company in Ghana with they take small percentages or big. The ones who understand will take big, and then they'll use it to support that. And then the regulator also have a directive that before any business go out of the country, you have to interest all the participants in the industry before. So any big businesses that come, we share it within us, make sure that everybody bites some of the cake for us to grow ourselves and then the economy.
Okay. All right. So you were telling me about the, what do we call it, sensitization and educational programs that the National Insurance Commission has undertaken to engender interest in this particular marine policy thing that's kickstarting from the first. At your own level, as Serene Insurance, have you done any such training or sensitization to kind of like draw customers to your company?
Yes, 2 weeks ago, we trained the in-house manpower to be ready for this particular occasion. And then with this program, we know this program is coming on. So we use this program to reach out to all our existing customers and then potential customers that come to us. We are ready to support you. And that is the first step. The marketing team is also going round for that. We have an office in Tema. We have 2 offices in Tema. So they are at the port advising them that with this, come to us. We are ready to support you. And that is going. We are going in gradually, with our adverts going on. Yes.
What's the level of rapport or cooperation between you and your competitors, so to speak, the other companies in the insurance business? You just made mention of the fact that sometimes when the business comes, you're able to share, and you used a term for it. I've forgotten what term you used.
Facultative.
All right, good. So I just want to find out from you what the level of cooperation or, rapport is, because sometimes people find it difficult to go to their competitors when they have issues, when they have challenges. They think that, yes, this is me, I must protect my turf, and so I shouldn't allow anybody to encroach. I mean, do you have any such issues?
Yeah, the insurance industry is now growing. What we tend to do, what we do in the insurance industry is that when you get a risk, it's good to share with your competitors so that everybody have some of the risks in their books, so that if any misfortune happens, it is spread across. It's not one person. So, yes, we all, some of us gone to the Ghana Insurance College, and then we have friends. So we get business. Okay, this business I can only take 10%. So take 10. Let somebody also take 10. We share it. So there's a lot of collaboration.
Ghana Insurance College, not Ghana National Insurance Commission. What's the difference?
So the Ghana Insurance College is established by the insurance industry to train all the insurance staff.
Okay.
Yes. So you go there and then you train yourself from there. Yes. So you there. Then the industry also organize programs for us, seminars that you attend. You go to that program, you make friends, and then immediately you say, "Where do you work?" "Oh, I can see your lapel. You are working at Siri. Please, when you get business, give me some, and I'll give you." So there is a reciprocal effect in sharing businesses. Yes, that's what we do in the industry.
Okay, so there's that rapport
between us.
You.
It's not like other industries that they don't share, because we share risks, and if you retain all the businesses alone, it will affect you if something happens.
All right. So apart from marine insurance and the other, you also talked about the other insurance covered when the fellow.
The goods in transit insurance.
Exactly.
Yes.
What are some of the packages insurance covers you?
So Serene Insurance, the new face of insurance, have all the packages that a non-life company underwrite. That is fire insurance, motor insurance, the 3 types: third party fire and theft, and comprehensive. We do homeowners, householders, goods in transit, money insurance, which is divided into cash in transit, cash on counter, cash in safe. We do all those ones.
Okay, we'll come back, but I'm told we have Mr. Albert Derek Fiatui on the line. He's the Executive Director of the Center for International Maritime Affairs, Ghana. Good evening, Mr. Fiatui.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm terrific. Thank you very much. I hope you are doing well too.
I'm fine, thank you. And good evening to our listeners.
Great. I just want to find out from you. You would be aware that from the 1st of September, the mandatory marine insurance policy is going to kickstart. I just want to find out from your perspective, your think tank, whether you've done any work on it and what do you make of it in the first place.
Thank you very much. What I would say simply is that for us as a research center, it's an exciting news that now we have decided that we should use our own insurance companies in our transactions. It is something that we have been advocating for a long time. What is a challenge for the business community is that a lot of education has not been done. So people do not really understand what the issue is about. So we are calling on the National Insurance Commission to engage the business community, especially those in the shipping business, so that they understand exactly what this is bringing to Ghana in terms of creating employment and job opportunities for our people in the marine sector.
Okay, so I just one argument that people made was the fact that the local insurance industry might not be able to raise the necessary capital, given the fact that the insurance sector or the shipping industry is what do we call it, capital intensive one. And so they doubted whether the local insurance companies had the capacity to be able to fund, insurance, marine insurance.
Yeah, that is correct. But about a year ago, the National Insurance Commission came out with the policy that the insurance company in Ghana should try to kind of recapitalize or come together to be able to build capacity to handle this. And I'm sure some of them are ready to be able to take this up. It's not all of them that may have the capacity, but I think it is good to start from somewhere.
Right. So, Mr. Agbekle here mentioned that the National Insurance Commission has for some time now been carrying out some sensitization on this policy that's about to be rolled out from the 1st of September. And I just want to find out from you whether you have had any opportunity to take part in, as a think tank in the industry, in any of these sensitization programs or workshops.
Unfortunately, no. And that is the challenge we have. That is the challenge we have, and that is the challenge the business community is having. The sensitization has not been done for us properly or well enough to reach to the people who need to get it. And I think that is what is bringing the challenge and the agitation that we are seeing in the community now.
Yes, I was just about coming to that. The trade agitations, there seems to be some level of worry within the trading public, and they seem not to want to buy into this particular idea. Would you say their fears are justified, or their anger, or agitations are justified?
Yes, their fears are justified because they do not understand what it is about. If the National Insurance Commission is able to communicate and educate them properly, I'm sure the agitations will be calmed, because they will understand that this is actually coming to help all of us as a country and as business people, and not to go against the business people we have in the country.
All right. So, all in all, I just want to find out from you what you think the overall impact of this particular policy that's about to be rolled out would be to our economy and the shipping industry in particular.
For us as a center, we think that it's very good. It's something that is going to help boost the marine insurance industry in Ghana, so that we are placed properly to be able to compete effectively as an industry. When I say industry, I'm talking about the shipping industry. It's one thing that has been lacking for long. The challenge we have, which we are all talking about, is how we are rolling it out. We need to explain it very well to the people to understand that it's not going to affect their business, it's not going to affect them in terms of costing when it comes to their transactions. And then we can be able to roll it out and have the achievements or the benefits that we think we should get from it.
Okay, so I just want to find out from you, there are those who also argue that this particular policy would kind of like add to the cost of doing business. And so people already are complaining and grappling with, high cost of doing business. And they believe that this will further exacerbate the situation. Is it, something that you agree with?
That is the misunderstanding. But I don't think that the idea behind it is to make business complicated or to increase the cost of doing business. It's just that the commission will have to educate our people very well. From our research, it's not really going to add to the cost of doing business. It's rather just empowering our people in marine insurance in Ghana to be able to handle businesses that we've been losing to people outside all this while.
Okay.
So we agree that yes, there is that agitation because of misunderstanding. But when it's properly understood, everybody will be good to go.
All right. So some of these, importers complain about paying CIF, cost, insurance, and freight, and they would come here and pay again for the insurance. They think it's a double charge.
You see, the arrangement, like I keep saying, it's not for them to be double charged. It's just the education. If you pay insurance elsewhere, you are not supposed to come and pay here. So there is a way that the insurance commission is supposed to explain that and arrange with the people, the businesses, to know that it is not for them to pay out there and come and pay here. It's supposed to be a one-off payment. So they, as a commission, will have to put these things forward so that the people will know exactly how they have to go about it. It is never the case that, I mean, you are made to pay insurance at the point of loading and come to Ghana and come and pay. No, that cannot be accepted.
Right. Okay, so when we begin on the 1st of September, we're sure that's when the portal is going to go live, and people would have to, oblige or comply with that. I just want to find out from you, I know there will be some level of resistance still from the trading public. What steps should authorities be taking to vet some of these things, or to overcome some of these challenges that may arise, when implementation begins?
For us, we think that it's not too late for the Commission to come out clearly on exactly how they want this policy to be rolled out. If it will not worry them, for us as a center, we think that they can even put it on hold until such time that everybody is comfortable with it, because they cannot do this alone without the businesses. If the businesses they are seeking to work with do not really understand what they are rolling out for them, it's going to be a flop. They are not going to achieve the aim of putting this out in the first place. So it will be prudent for them to listen to the business community and try to work with them.
Right. All right, so I'll give you a final word. What do you have to tell the business community? You just mentioned them. As far as the rollout of this particular compulsory or mandatory marine insurance policy is concerned.
Yeah, what I will tell the business community is that we are solidly behind them. We understand their agitations and frustrations. We understand their fears, but they should remain calm and know that this is not going to work against them. We will all be part of the discussions to make sure that everything that needs to be done to make sure businesses remain as they are. Even as we are all complaining about the economic situation, nothing else comes to add to the pain that we are currently going through.
All right. Sorry, I said that was your last question, but there's a final last. Let me find out from you how the local insurance companies should position themselves to take advantage of this particular policy.
I believe by now they have decided to come into mergers, put themselves together, and try to take advantage of this. And this is a big opportunity for them to stand on their feet and make themselves count. It is not time for small insurance companies who want to stand on their own. They have to come together, form partnerships, build capacity, build capital, and take advantage of this huge opportunity that is coming their way.
Very many thanks to you, Mr. Albert Derrick Fiatui. He is Executive Director of the Center for International Maritime Affairs, Ghana, joining us via phone to share his thoughts on the compulsory or mandatory marine insurance policy that will be rolled out from the 1st of September 2022. I still have in the studios Mr. Michael Doji Agleke, who is the General Manager in charge of technical at Serene Insurance Company. What do you make of Mr. Fiatui's submissions? It seems to fully back this policy.
Yes, so that is why when I was explaining, I said that the portal will be live. But however, our regulator is doing sensitization and education to the insuring, that is the shippers community, to understand what is being implemented, and then the benefits that will come out of it for all of us.
Right.
So, well, the portal is there. The portal is that for everybody to know that, yes, the portal is operational. But up to the day that they will say that from this day it is mandatory, it is only the regulator that can announce that. So we work under the regulator. So that is why I say that, yes, we are going on live, but only on the portal, but not the mandatory aspect of it. The mandatory aspect is only the regulator that I can say that this and this. And I know for a fact, like I said, that they are doing sensitization and education for everybody to understand the benefit that will be derived from this particular noble idea.
Yes. On what you should do to take advantage, you mentioned the fact that you have to build synergies and partnerships to take advantage of it. So that, and I think you rightly mentioned that in your submissions, which is in its right place. And before he came in, you were telling us about some of the other packages that you have beyond the goods in transit and the marine insurance policy.
Yeah, so we have fire insurance. For commercial building, we have homeowners insurance and the householders insurance. We have money insurance that is divided into three. That is cash in transit, That's for the below vans, then cash in safe, and then cash on counter, mostly for the bank and then the microfinance companies. We also have motor insurance. That one is also a compulsory for anybody who owns a vehicle needs to insure
motor
it.
Insurance,
after doing your DVLA forms.
Yes.
We have professional indemnity. We have
I
public
will ask you
liability.
about the motor insurance when you finish, so you continue.
We have public liability. Assuming somebody come to this studio and then falls down and injure himself, public liability takes care of that. And then we have all the non-motor, non-life policies that is being underwritten by general insurance company. We have all of them.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so with respect to the motor insurance,
exactly.
I had a conversation with someone some time ago, and I just want to find out from you whether you've had instances where somebody can tamper with the motor just to enable the fellow make claims. Because some people complain that they insure for several years, 10 years, 15 years, they've never gotten any claims. And so the best they can do is to fidget with the car themselves and then they can come. And what's the process? Do you investigate before you make claims or something?
Yes, so the motor insurance is in 3 types. Third party only. That means that if you have third party only and you damage somebody's property, we take care of that person's property and not you.
Yeah.
Then we have third party fire and theft. It's also built on the third party policy. But if the car got bent or stolen, we come and pay. Then we have the comprehensive, which added own damage aspect to that one. Now, the own damage aspect is that if you have a comprehensive, which is calculated based on the value of the vehicle, we anything that happened to your car, even there are some exclusions. We will pay for it. However, if you think that you've not made insurance claim for some time and then you want to make a claim and then maybe you go and bend your own car, we do investigation. Because immediately the car got bent, we send the fire people to go and look at the circumstances where the car got bent. If it is established that it's an accident, we won't pay because.
But have you reported cases where indeed people actually did that?
Oh yes, we have several. If you are settling motor claim, you have that.
Wow.
Not one, not twice.
Wow.
Many.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go for international news. I will see what's happening on the global maritime and shipping space, and we'll come back and then wrap up.
AP Moller Maersk and the Suez Canal Authority have signed a $500 million deal for the development of the Suez Canal Container Terminal in East Port Said. The investment includes a new 1,000-meter container berth adjacent to the existing 500-meter one, as well as additional cranes to bring the total number to 30, all powered by electricity instead of diesel. Investing in electrical cranes forms part of the company's plan to reduce the terminal's emissions and transform it into a green terminal by the end of 2030. The two parties also discussed Maersk's plan to transform SCCT into a smart terminal. The delegation from the SCA, headed by Admiral Osama Rabi, chairman of the Suez Canal Authority, had a first-hand demonstration of the smart container handling systems at the APM Terminal's Maasvlakte Container Terminal in the Port of Rotterdam. Texas-based Port of Corpus Christi has set sights on its first solar farm in the 100-year history of the energy exporting port. The Port Authority is partnering with Buckeye Partners LP on an 81,000-plus panel project that will be located in San Patricio County on Port of Corpus Christi property near Midway Junction. Specifically, on August 16, the Port Commissioners approved a lease agreement that provides Buckeye with a 2-year development term to evaluate the feasibility of constructing the solar farm project on 136.69 acres of port-owned property. North of the proposed lease premises are 112 acres owned by Buckeye, yielding a combined acreage.
All right, so you're welcome back. Those were happenings in the port and shipping industry on the international stage. Just before we left for international news, you were telling me about the fact that some people forge incidents on their car, accidents and all that. And do you happen to prosecute all these people?
Yes. But the first thing that we do is to repudiate the claim, that we won't pay the claim.
Right.
But if we pay the claim before we get to know, that is why we hand over to our lawyers to deal with you through the court processes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. So we'll end it here. Mr. Michael Doji Agleke is General Manager in charge of technical at Serene Insurance. He joined us in the studios to discuss the mandatory marine policy that's about to be rolled out from the 1st of September 2022. You also heard views from Mr. Albert Derek Fiatui, who is the Executive Director of the Center for International Maritime Affairs, Ghana. He shared some perspectives with us as far as this policy is concerned. Earlier, we had a team from the Gulf of Guinea Maritime Institute also telling us how the youth can play a role in order to help build a resilient blue economy for Africa and our dear country. That's how we do the curtain on Iron Port tonight. We say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Agleke, for coming. And I will also say a big thank you to our sponsors, Ghana Revenue Authority, Goil Company Limited, Serene Insurance, Ghana Link Network Services, and indeed Meridian Port Services, MPS. Remember, the show is powered by the Ghana Port and Harbours Authority. God willing, next week we shall bounce back with another wonderful edition of Eye on Port. My name is Kennedy Mona. Remember, the abridged version of the show is aired every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. on Ghana Television. Have a super week ahead and enjoy the rest of our programs. Good evening.